Hey, it's Devereaux. I wanted to show you the work in progress I'm doing with UMG. I've had a ton of fun learning this new system and applying it to our game. One of the core ideas that I want for the RTS mode is to have our menus completely customizable. So by that I mean I can take our menus and I can move them around. They can dock, so if you look it'll snap to the windows or snap to the top. You can have Z ordering. So basically, if I want this one on top, if I move this one, this will get back on top, back and forth. So there's no stacking unless you want it to stack. And then the other cool things you can do with the windows are resize them. You can change it to whatever size you want. And so I want to move it up here and resize it to be that big. But then I don't want to see it all the time on my screen, so what I want to do is dock it. So then my panel is now docked. I can still move my panel around to different sides of the screen, and then it's actually fades in and out transparent as you let go of it, so it's not in your way if you still want to see part of the battleground. If you want to open it back up, you click it, and there you go. Some of the cool things is that maybe I want to go here and then dock it there, but instead of collapsing it to the left, I can just collapse to the left and have the map collapse that way. So all these menus can collapse in any direction, or they can be reset. So let's say I have this really tiny and it's too small, and I'm like, oh, what was the original position? It'll reset and go back to the original size and shape, and you can move it back to wherever you want it to. Everything can be saved. It's saved, so when you exit, it saves your preferences to an INI file. And then when you load back up, it's wherever you left them at before. So just like if I jump into the character here and then jump back out, I still have the menus wherever I left them at. So the cool thing is it gives up your screen space so that you can focus on having as much screen space for gameplay that you want, and only see things when you want to see them. You can also change the direction by right-clicking on here. If you want to go left or right or up or down, you can right-click and go different directions. As I show. Let's see here. What else did I got? Okay, so another thing was to have a change of state. So basically, you see that this state was changed. Every time I click on a different unit, these states will change. I'm currently working on that feature now. I got it working. I just don't have it fully ready to show. I'll follow up with a different video once I get that all done. Another future update will have sticky windows. So basically, what I mean by that is, let's open some of these windows up here. And what I want to do is I want to have this stacked on this window, and then I want to go ahead and collapse it down. But when it collapses down, I want to pull this window down. So basically, it'll suck it down with it, and then whenever it expands, it'll push the window back up. So these things are all done inside of containers. All these frames are common, and they can support any layout inside of them and resize and keep all the settings you had for margins, font size, and scale. So it's really universal, and that was my key goal, was to be agnostic to my layout. I want a frame that I can move, I can drag, I can dock, I can resize, I can collapse, make it configurable where I can fade it in and out, such as this one. Fades in and out so it's not visible. And let's see here. What else? Oh, I was going to show the designer tab a little bit, so let me X out of here. So back into the designer tab. The way I have this set up is basically a container system. So basically I have all these standard widgets that handle all the movements of the windows, and then I have a content container, which this is for one state, and so this controls all my states for this for the action state. And then if I want to create units, this unit will pop up, and I can then click on the units I want to create on that. Let's see here. some of the cool things. Oh, here's the Z order. Just in case you guys didn't know, the Z order is really simple, really simple to do. You just have an array of your panels, and then I call a function move to Z front, Z order to front. I take that panel and remove it, and then re-add it to the array, and then I loop through the array to set the Z order based off the array index. It's a cheap and dirty, quick way to keep your Z orders in line and customizable. Let's see here on panel action. I won't go too far into it. I have everything set up so they're all the settings you can change for the default size, which is also available inside of the designer window. So basically all of our main settings, we want default size, default gripper size, snap range, how close it will before it snaps to the other windows, the collapse sizes, the fade, if it's collapsed you can make it not fade, the default position, also in the INI file the whatever you want to save that as. If you look in here, I have all these written out to the Game.ini file for all the positions and what edge they were docked on, etc. So you can keep them collapsed and save and come back in, they're still collapsed. And let's see here. What else can I show you? I got all of these all nicely organized here. So for example, try to snap to outside. That's a cool function. They're all individualized. So basically each window will check against other bounds of the window frame, the viewport frame, or other child of the other panels that have the same content, so they'll dock to whatever edge they find. So basically that was a quick summary of what I got to show you, and basically I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll continue with this UMG project, and I'll show more when I get more of the buttons and all the panels working with the game now. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, and keep tuned in for more. Bye.